Testing, testing, testing. Testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing.
Yeah, it's coming to the camera too, feet.
You hot, dude. You good? No.
It's hot too.
Okay.
It's yours, bro. How you feeling?
Good. How you?
Let's go. Basketball club. 16. Great. High flying game ahead of us. We're going to play 4 separate. Zero out the quarters. Zero out the score after every quarter. What they did in the 16s last week. So welcome. I'm Dan Shannon, joined by Coach Massenberg. Coach, good to see you again.
Hey, we're back for game 2. Game 1 was a good game between two great AAU programs. Expect the same type of intensity starting the game off. Expect to hear a lot of coaching. Expect to see the kids receive the coaching. Again, Takeover, saw them last week.
On the floor for Takeover, number 3, Judah Mintz, number 5, Justin Taylor, number 22, Terrell Roberson, number 23, Adam Nguapo, and number 10, Dylan Williamson. The BBC, number 5, AJ Thomas, number 11, Mason Jones, number 21, Nick Evans, number 3, Jared Brand, and number 0, CJ Lee. Here comes Judah Mintz in transition, 17. Doug Horton, 16th, love to run down and transition in the same way. Number 3, Garrett Brand from St. Stephen St. Agnes, Takeover side out. Judah Mills, big three. Blue ball 5-0. Takeover, 6.5 minutes left in the first of 4 minigame.
Good start by Takeover. A lot of defensive pressure. Haven't really gave the district a real clean look at the basket.
Other than Nick Evans, there's a size advantage inside with Doug Martin starting with 22 Roberson, 23 on Walker.
Good defense turned into good offense.
BBC yields a bucket for Brennan, first bucket of the game for District Basketball Club, Taylor baseline. Sees on Walker, it's not there. He did hit a 3 last week. Coaches have been working on expanding his range, so he's got the green light to take that open 3. Catching shooter. Justin Taylor.
Nice looking out of bounds play.
Taylor had double digits last week for 10. The junior from St. Anne's Delphi. Nick Evans rebound. Very good. Gets it to Williamson in the open court. Extra pass from Taylor to Judah Mintz. Doesn't go hit the guide wire. Nice ball movement, nice push to Takeover. GBC has their run out bucket. Still trying to settle things down in the half. Yields a 3 for A.J. Thomas and a timeout.
Both teams doing a very good job of making the extra pass, taking a good shot and turning it into a better shot. It's credit to their program's unselfishness.
Basketball these days. 5 out is the norm for both teams. He is there. There's the driving lane.
And they can all knock down open shots. I mean, it's, most kids now can make open set shots.
The last couple weeks about how individual skill training during this quarantine has been better than ever. Kids have no excuse not to come back to these games and these settings, being able to make shots, handle the ball, things you can work out on your own. Now we're building in the team concept. Roberson inside. Didn't go, but it's going to stay this way. Takeover ball. High energy level from both teams. Credit to both squads. Got a couple of subs coming in for BBC. Number 1, Lamonte Rayner. Justin Taylor got early one in the paint elevator. Just didn't go down. Nick Evans, number 21, and the putback. Nick 7-7 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in this first of 4 minutes. Vince. Over the
like the first game where the district really didn't want to play in that fast track meet pace. I think their 16-year-olds are maybe a little more comfortable at that pace so far.
We're going to see Doug Martin's other two bigs come in the game, number 11, Steph Walker, number 24, George Perkins. So he can go relatively deep with his bigs. It's an advantage. Let's see if they go inside. Williamson with a push-off. And a couple more subs coming in Vince. Nathan Taylor out. Jerry Turner, number 15. Christian May, number 12, into the game for Takeover. Handling the ball in the open court. Very aggressive, stays low. Impressive for the big man. Another player they'd like to see him work on his
Good
ball
pass.
skills. And there he is, hitting the basket. Backside there.
Nice look by Jerry Turner. Forced the defense to play him and find an open man coming to the basket.
Play with energy, the ball will find you. Just demonstrate. Rookie bucket for number 1, Devontae Rainer. May, corner 3. Just bounces out. 2 minutes to go in a very fast-paced, high-scoring first quarter. They credit that bucket to Nick Davis, number 12. Jerry Turner, springs a 3, no good. Rebound Walker. Williamson settles things down with a minute ready to go in the court. Walker double teamed in the post, back out to Williamson. Loving Steph Walker's energy underneath.
And he's got an advantage under there. The district has a smaller lineup out there, so he's really being aggressive under the basket.
Number 4 into the game for District Basketball Club. It's Mike Gray. Ball for Rangers. Jerry Turner swings again from 3. Same spot, same result. He will have the green light to keep shooting. That's what he does best. Son of the coach, Steve Turner. He's out of college high school.
Right play, takeover switch.
Having a great day in the post so far. That's 6 points for Evans and a 15-9 lead for DBC. Scrum. Staying with Takeover. 44 seconds to go. Mint's back in the game. Williamson's going to take a breather. Takeover has 44 seconds to go.
Good energy right so far by the district.
Mintz got fouled on the way up. He's going to take 2 shots with 36 seconds to go and try to get this to be inside of 5 points. Mintz already has a 3 early in the game. Try to tap on 2 free throws. Mintz, we just mentioned Gonzaga. Part of that great backcourt with Devin Jenkins. He's not playing today. But on this 16's roster for Takeover. Good for Judah Mintz. 36 seconds, 15-11, DBC. They're going to be content to run clock and try to win this quarter. ball with 9 seconds to go. It's going to be Takeover's ball on the baseline, down 15-11. Great opportunity for Doug Martin's team to run a play. Jerry Turner's going to come out. Justin Taylor is going to come in.
9 seconds. See, Takeover.
The ball back after inbound. Kick. 10 seconds. Someone's got to shoot. There's a three. What if it goes? It does not go. And DBC takes this first of 4 quarters. That was a fun one, Coach. High energy, high intensity, and very, very well played.
Well played. I think what was surprising for that quarter for me was the fact that the district's transition was surprisingly well. I think the fact that they scored, got up the court quickly, their spacing is good, they're finding the right matchup, they're rolling off the screens. Takeover has been switching and kind of found itself in a mismatch with guard kind of playing behind the post. District's done a good job of finding that person. So the first quarter is you know, it's this, as you say, the filling out process of both teams trying to, you know, get into a rhythm. I think Coach Martin now is just telling his team that, you know, settle down and get back to, you know, getting the basketball back to the rim, finding the open shots, and shots will start falling.
Takeover ball, but open up. We are supposed to. For George Perkins, and we're going to Takeover, get some GBC players in a second. On the floor for GBC, 1 Delonte Elena, number 4 Mike Gray, number 0 CJ Lee, 12 Nick Debbie, Gray with the pull-up, and number 11 Mason Jones, playing up a year from St. Andrews. No good. Walker, tremendous rebounder. Blocks it. May hop step. Nope. Not convinced. They wall him off.
Good defensive rotation.
DBC continuing to play with high energy. Mintz gives it up to Taylor. Look, DBC, once again, going with the run out. Oh, Mintz played that about as well as you can.
Great defensive possession down there by the district. Never let Takeover get the basketball inside the three-point line.
Perkins is going to take a seat. 22 Roberson back in the game along with number 10 Williams. CJ Lee out of Clarksburg, Montgomery County. By Justin Taylor, missed the initial drive, but got his own miss. Put it back up fouled, and he's going to take 2 free throws.
Small lineup in the game right now for the district. See if Takeover can take advantage of that.
Justin Taylor hits his first. He has 3 for the game. He had 10 last week against DC once again, he's pushing the pace. And rewarded with 2 free throws. outstanding effort by one of the biggest players, probably the biggest player on the court.
Not what the district wanted to happen. You got a smaller lineup. You definitely want to protect the basket. Bringing some reinforcement back in the game to kind of match up with the players' height on the takeover. Good sub.
Back in the game, yeah. Nick Evans, who had 6 in that first period. Roberson knocks them both down. Full court pressure.
Good thing we got the Steel Union Media crew.
They were on top of it, and we appreciate the amazing service that they're putting out. It's going to be an offensive foul on Stephon Walker. Into the game into 13. Malachi Briscoe. Another GBC player on that St. Mary's Lycan program. By Garrett Brennan. Missed the ball off the side of the backboard, got his own miss. Dropped in the layup afterwards. Nick Evans again. Taking an impact. Open. Too strong, AJ Thomas. Need to mix that the other way. Jonathan Taylor. Baseline sees Williamson. Finish off the glass with Justin Taylor.
Justin Taylor is going to have energy. He plays with a lot of energy. Always going to get those tough buckets. Not ones that you may draw up on the chalkboard, but he just finds his way to the basketball and creates shots for himself. Again, making an extra pass.
1-on-2.
That was a one-man fast break.
You heard the takeover coaches yelling from the bench, be smart. He beat one and then was able to avoid the charge and grab a shoulder on his way to the basket. So Dylan Williamson's going to shoot 2. Williamson, rising junior, Good Counsel High School. Part of that rising program in Northern Maryland. Waffle, number 23, back in the game for Takeover. He's going to check up Nick Evans. Release on Garrett Brennan. Very high. Evans from 3. Nifty move by 13 Malachi Briscoe. Rebound and give teams a second chance. Here comes Taylor. No good. Coming the other way. Briscoe there for another second chance basket.
It's been a very entertaining quarter.
Count the basket, Mintz delivers after taking the hit.
You just cannot you can't blink with either one of these teams in transition.
George Perkins and Sidwell Friends into the game for Steph Walker out of Coolidge High School. With 3 minutes to go in this second quarter. Let's see. We got Jerry Turner, number 15, into the game for Justin Taylor.
Takeover with the full court pressure and pick up 94 feet.
Decisive size advantage on the floor for Takeover. Williamson passing Devontae Rayner. They're going to get Adam Rocco nudging 21 Nick Evans. Briscoe got a great quarter, says, yep, I'll take a heat check. This is Williamson the other way with speed and the finish. Dylan Williamson got 3 for the quarter.
Very impressive that both teams' guards played north-south. Don't waste a lot of time dribbling around the defense. Doing a good job of just getting to the teeth of the defense, forcing them to stop the basketball. If they stop the basketball, they've been making the right play. A very good guard play out here so far.
11-6 Takeover this quarter.
Watch it, coach it!
Nick Evans. Some nice shot from CJ Lee. Jared Turner with the NBA 3 fouled by Nick Evans. He's going to shoot 3. Jared Turner with a chance to extend this quarter lead for Takeover. First, as we mentioned, Jerry Turner, son of Gonzaga coach Steve Turner. We love, son of a coach, love those kind of players. Second goes down. An elite shooter, 6'6".
Chance to get 3 points the old-fashioned way. I'm sorry, Steve.
Bucket from Mike Ray, one of the shortest players on the court. Fearless.
I guess I'm a real announcer now. I put the jinx on.
And again, out in transition, Briscoe unconcerned with Takeover speed. They want to get their opportunities in transition. Nice play out up top. Guarded by Adam and Walker.
Yeah, the referees let him play through the contact.
Mike Ray. It's going to be 1-on-1. Justin Taylor's going to get a chance to shoot some free throws after getting right across the face. Taylor making probably the longest commute of any of the players on the floor. He's from Charlottesville, Virginia. That's the first free throw. But 1 and 1, that was a quick two. That's nothing but net. For the junior out of St. Anne's, Belfield. Having a very impressive quarter. 5 points, 7 for the total game. Doug Martin with the timeout, 27 seconds to go. On the score, there'd be like 2 different scores. We've got the combined 2-quarter scores, and we're quarter by quarter. And so the combined Takeover's down 2, which is a great opportunity for Doug Martin to set up a play to get a bucket to tie the game.
And I think that's the mindset in both benches is you're down by 2. You're really thinking fourth quarter situation right now. Takeover's going to try to at least tie the game, if not run and play for maybe even to get a good 3-point shot. And the district is going to think stop, and they're going to want to make a it's like a fourth quarter stop now. So it's good when you're just playing quarters, scrimmage style, that you get these situations 4 times. You know, the end of the game, there's always an end of the game situation. So that's the advantage of playing when you clear the score, because you're always playing a fourth quarter style game.
Last week on the Takeover Summer Series, we saw Doug Martin take multiple opportunities to take timeouts late in quarters, regardless of the score, to set up some set plays, give his guys some reps, give them the chance to execute off the board. Christian May is going to inbound. And Justin Taylor receiving it.
Stay tuned for halftime. We're going to talk to Ray Brewer from Team Takeover.
High-flying Justin Taylor with offensive rebound. It's been his quarter. He's got 7. Mike Gray gets his own rebound. Second chance. No good. And we end the quarter tied 28-28. Takeover wins the quarter 17-13. And hang on, we're bringing in Coach Ray Brewer, Team Takeover 17's assistant coach.
Okay, we halftime. The 16s Takeover versus District, another exciting halftime. I'm sitting here with one of my guys, Ray Brewer. Been with Team Takeover. I'll let him say how many years, but I've watched him play in high school, watched him play in AAU. I've been a fan of his game, and now I'm proud of his coaching. I know he coached at we talked earlier about the junior NBA and all the success you had. He said that that was on hold till next year. But just tell me a little bit about some of the young prospects that you have this year moving up in the ranks of Team Takeover, and what you think about just this style of just streaming, this new norm that we got going on, right? That we just got to play the games, no fans. But I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I think we're going to have to get used to it, but what's your opinion on it?
Well, first we just speak on the part of, the younger kids that's coming up in the area. I think our area have a bright future. It's a lot of kids from within our program, DBC, Takeover, Premier. They got a lot of good young cast at that middle school level that's going to be able to get into the high school ranks and be able to play some varsity minutes for a lot of programs. and a lot of it is because them programs in our area do a good job of developing those younger kids to be able to step up at the high school level and perform. So I think, far as the youth and the grassroots, our future is going in the right direction. Now, speaking on the piece with I guess the new norm, like we say, I mean, I actually like it. You know what I mean? I kind of think it put the players in a level of focus. You know, I think the same thing we was talking about, you know, with the NBA, how them guys, you know, you can really lock in there. You know what I mean? There's so much other little stuff on the outside that can kind of take you off your path, but being able to be in here with no fans and kind of just the coaches and being able to, even better for the coaches, because they getting that much more of an attention to details with the players and the players learning more from them. And then I just think from a coaching standpoint, one of the best views is film and watching it from a stream. And that's what I learned as a player, how much more you see when you watching it from like a streaming or filming standpoint. So I think even for all the programs, when they able to finish this event and go back and watch more, you get that much more of a details in seeing what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and then just from a developing standpoint for our area, this is great. You know what I mean? We don't get to really play against because the shoe companies have so much of the influence in this. I think this allowed us to say, look, put all that to a side. You know what I mean? Nike, Adidas, Under Armour. Let's put it all together and let's have this. So I hope this new norm kind of bring it back to where they can come with an event where take all the shoe companies to the side and just put the best kids with the best kids.
I agree, right? And, you know, from a coach's standpoint, you know, I agree with wholeheartedly about the fact that just you can tell the level of play is all instruction from the bench.
Yep.
You know, it's not that somebody's screaming, shoot the basketball. I mean, the fans are good, necessary. I'm not saying that we should not ever have fans, but just for the fact that, you know, we're still able to have a great product on the court.
Yep.
And you're still able to play within your team.
No question. No question.
And it's showing. Both two weekends of very good basketball and 2 weeks of very good coaching.
Yep. And again, you know, we on this end, and I think, you know, Durant and them guys got a great thing going on up there at St. James with a lot of high level competition. So, you know, again, man, this area is doing what it do best.
Well, I appreciate you, Ray.
Thanks, Coach Bird.
Doing what you're doing.
Transition for transition.
Good looking, son.
Always love hearing from my friend Ray Brewer. Tremendous coach. High school and middle school.
Eleanor Roosevelt High School.
Eleanor Roosevelt, proud Eleanor Roosevelt graduate. And we're back for the second half, third quarter. On the floor for Takeover, Justin Taylor, number 5, Steph Walker, 11, Christian May, number 12, Jarrell Roberson, 22, and Dylan Williamson, number 10, who's got the ball in his hands right now, advances to Christian May. Finds Roberson in the corner, no good, and we're going to see the district continue to go transition, emphasize running. Here comes May the other way. Relentlessness from Steph Walker off the miss, and he just brings a level of enthusiasm to the little things that you love to see. And like clockwork, he grabs the defensive rebound, long outlet to Williamson, crossover, spin, Taylor in the corner. A lot of energy out of Takeover. That was a big emphasis from the Takeover coaches during halftime. Bring more energy. Get rebound.
This third quarter is anything like the first 2 quarters. You're going to see a lot of strong transition play. You're going to see a lot of strong offensive rebounding from Takeover. That was one of the things that kind of kept them in the game. And then you saw the district just being patient every possession, trying to find an open man, and they were able to knock some shots down.
The other thing you saw, DBC has been phenomenal offensive rebounding, and too many second chance points, as Doug Martin pointed out to his team during the halftime huddle. And there's a bucket off the glass for Delonte Rayner. Williamson knifes his way to the basket for a bucket. He's got 6 for the game. Christian May goes all the way. He's going to shoot 2 free throws after getting hacked on his way up. So May looking for his first points of the game. He had 6 last week against DC Premier, including a couple of threes. And he's on the board. He's playing for O'Connell this high school season upcoming, transferred from Paul VI, staying in the WCAC and joining a loaded O'Connell lineup.
A little different lineup for Takeover than the start of the game.
The one thing you notice is it's huge, a lot of size. But then there's that second chance opportunity. So they got Steph Walker shooting the three-point shooter, number 5, A.J. Thomas from Georgetown Prep. And he's going to get 3 shots. Soft touch for the left-hander, makes the first. He had a 3 in the first quarter, scoreless in the second. Calmly sinks the second, and we'll see if he can go 3 the old-fashioned way.
I'm not going to say a word.
This time I'll take it on me. I'll take it on me, Coach. If he makes it, it is
I don't believe in
3 the hard way.
I don't believe in the announcer's jinx.
There you go. No such thing as an announcer curse.
Good hands right there. Thought sure he had a wide open jump shot.
Nice dump down by Williamson. Roberson's going to go to the line. He was knocked on the way up. That was a beautiful dish by Dylan Williamson, who gathers his teammates together in the middle of the floor, middle of the lane. Talk it over, and now Roberson's going to shoot a pair.
Good action at the rim.
Roberson, again, don't want to do the announcer jinx, but 3 for 3 on free throws.
Just shows the competitiveness from both teams. Nothing free.
Second one's off. If you let Delonte Rayner get going downhill, he's going to make something happen at the basket. In this case, he drew a foul on. Might have been Roberson. Nobody's been even close to fouling out of these games, so. Rayner knocks down the first. Rayner knocks down them both. Light three-quarter court pressure out of DBC.
Good hand.
So Roberson turned it over at half court, then came back the other way, and without a frustration foul, manages to send that shot into the dark other court, about 25 yards away. I give Roberson a lot of credit. That could have easily been a situation where you hammer the player just because you're frustrated with yourself. Maintained body control, made a good play defensively. Judah Mintz in the game for number 12, Christian May. Beautiful play. Malachi Briscoe keeps getting buckets. Foul on Judah Mintz in the midcourt. Garrett Brennan gonna inbound the ball. Rayner with the ball in his hands. They jump out to trap. DBC finds their way out of it, gets a good look for Brennan. Tough shot. Hand in his face. Goes over the top of the backboard. Adam Anguafo, number 23, comes in. Doug Martin goes to his depth of size on the bench. Georgie Perkins, 24, into the game also. So they keep rotating pairs of bigs and maintaining that size advantage. Meanwhile, you got Williamson and Mintz and Justin Taylor. Wide open three for Williamson. He hits. 5 points in the quarter with 4 minutes to play.
Takeover's offensive rhythm is definitely better now. I think they talked about that at halftime.
Nice outlet pass by George Perkins. Mintz wide open. Doug Martin does not like that travel call. Our microphones are probably powerful enough to pick up his concern with that call.
It's a call you get as a high school coach, you see so much. Sometimes it may be anticipated, but a lot of times, once you go back, you look at the tape, you look at the film, you may can understand why it's made, but in the heat of the action, you never agree with that call.
The shot fake and drive is his staple. You see it 100 times in the 17s game last hour. Coach Doug continuing to plead his case.
I will say, I think we're seeing a little different takeover team this quarter than we've seen the first two quarters. Execution on the offense is a lot better. And definitely defensive intensity. I haven't seen too many open shots given up by the defense so far. Definitely making them work for everything. He's never turned over.
George Perkins with the steal. Takes it all by himself. It's going to stay here. Very impressive hustle plays by George Perkins the last minute or so. throwing outlet passes, now bringing the ball up in transition on his own. Mintz wants to ISO. Perkins for three. That's good. George Perkins having himself a quarter. Coach is working with him on extending his range, having him become that wing that he's going to play in college. And Guafo was hassled, and ultimately the ref determined it was a foul. Maybe a makeup. We'll see. The basketball gods tend to even these things out.
I like the pace. I like the pace. I like the fact that the referees are letting both teams be not over physical, but they're not calling a lot of the touch fouls. They're letting them play through it.
To your point, Coach, Takeover had 11 in the first quarter. They've already got 13 in this third quarter, and there's still almost 3 minutes left to play. So you're right about the increased execution. A lot of it, I have to believe, is that first quarter, everyone's just sort of feeling themselves out and getting used to it, getting over the nerves, even though there's no parents in the stands, no fans in the stands, but we do know that the coaches are watching. And again, thank you so much for tuning in to Union Media Group's live stream of the Takeover Summer Series. We're thrilled to bring it to you, and we appreciate you signing up to check it out. Great basketball on display, 17s in the first game, 16s in this game, and coming up next, stick around for the Takeover 15s against Team Mello and their 15 squad. But for now, 2 minutes and 43 seconds left in the third quarter of the 16s game. Williamson's gonna bring the ball up against pressure from Mike Gray.
Best show in town on Sundays.
We're having a good time, and the kids are clearly loving it. Justin Taylor off the bounce, and it's good. Three-pointer for Justin Taylor, showing that he can score at all three levels, as he did last week. So very consistent week to week for Justin Taylor. Mike Gray coming the other way for Brennan. Swooping layup for Garrett Brennan. Love the pace, Coach. As we were saying, this is a crisp, well-executed on offense and defense by both teams. Great quarter. For the quarter, Takeover's got 16 points. DBC has 11. Jared Turner sets up in the corner, finds Anguafo, turns. Beautiful footwork by Adam Anguafo, and he's got a bucket in the paint. First points of the game for Anguafo, rising junior from Bullis. Brennan, wide open three. If you leave him open like that, he's gonna nail it every time. Nice shot, Garrett Brennan. Adam Anguafo just hit the points in the post and then hit a three on the outside.
A lot of versatility on these players.
Showing what they've been working on with him, these coaches, and now he grabs the rebound. Anguafo doing everything. Jared Turner, wide open three, no good, but a great look. Mike Gray. Judah Mintz with the chase down block. It was a goaltend. Give the bucket to Brennan. Brennan's got 7 for the quarter.
And that quick transition for the district. something that Takeover maybe weren't expecting going into the game. They're a smaller, quicker team, and that's the advantage they have. That's their advantage.
Takeover now with a huge lineup in the game, just enormous. Jared Turner at the wing at 6'6", with Anguafo, George Perkins, Justin Taylor, also 6'6". Judah Mintz, shortest player on the floor for Takeover at 6'3" and change. Hasn't scored yet this quarter, but he's at the line shooting 2. Perkins gonna come out, Christian May gonna come in the game. More size, May, a 6'5" wing, 6'6" wing. Mintz at the line trying to get on the board for the game. And there it is. Oh, sorry, for the quarter, excuse me. Mintz has 8 for the game. Tough.
I felt like that was the right call. He didn't drop his shoulder enough to force the contact. Good job by disregard, by standing there, taking that contact.
Learning experience for Justin Taylor, because he had about 6 or 7 inches on Mike Gray. And on the other end, Mintz fouls. Let's see, I think it's CJ Lee, who's going to go to the line for 2. CJ Lee, Montgomery County Public Schools, Clarksburg High. It's the first. We got 13 seconds left. $22 points for Takeover in this quarter, 17 for DBC. So extremely entertaining, high energy, high execution quarter. Lee makes both, 13 seconds. Let's see if Takeover holds for one, for the last one. Justin Taylor has the ball. He's calling for the ball screen, 6 seconds, 5. Attacks. Made it look too easy. Justin Taylor with the bucket. And that's the end of the third. Takeover leads aggregate score 52-46. Nice quarter for Justin Taylor. He had a 3 and that bucket there at the end. He's got 14 for the game.
You got some contributions from a lot of different players to take over that quarter. And you got the same from the district, just being patient, finding the right shot, throwing a couple of transition buckets, and they had a well-rounded quarter.
You're setting me up nicely, Coach. 8 different Takeover players scored in the third quarter, which is tremendous. We had a 3 from George Perkins. We had a 3 and that tough inside bucket from Adam Anguafo. Roberson had a free throw. Christian May hit 2 free throws. Walker had a bucket. Dylan Williamson had 5. Justin Taylor, as we mentioned, had 5 in the quarter, 14 for the game. Judah Mintz got on the board with 1 of 2 free throw shooting. So every player, with the exception of Jared Turner, who had a good look at a 3, got a chance to put the ball in or get a chance to put one up. So terrific. On DBC side, A.J. Thomas went 3 for 3 on that. When he was fouled on that three-pointer, he went 3 for 3 from the line. Briscoe had another bucket, very steady contributor. Garrett Brennan had 7, including a 3. Delonte Rayner had 4. CJ Lee, you saw, hit those 2 free throws. And we head into the fourth quarter. Jared Turner inbounded the ball to Dylan Williamson, who's getting a ton of minutes at point guard. Devin Dinkins injured for this game. May skies high and finishes with the putback off the Justin Taylor miss. Nice energy from Christian May.
Offensive rebounding is going to be a key for this fourth quarter.
We've seen both teams, when they get second chances, it just changes everything. Brennan looking to get out of trouble, sees C.J. Lee. A.J. Thomas, no good on three. Justin Taylor, the rebound, and he's off to the races. He wants a screen from Anguafo. Anguafo sets an illegal screen. Teachable moment. Taylor on Rayner.
Guess he's being patient.
Brennan, a good look. Unafraid to shoot that three. Very confident shooter. Williamson gets it back to Taylor. Justin Taylor's gonna play the one. On this Doug Martin team, it feels like he can play four positions. Justin Taylor tagged for an offensive foul. Push off. It's a second offensive foul he's gotten drawn. The refs clearly looking out. Williamson's gonna come out of the game. Roberson in. Number 22, junior out of DeMatha. Steph Walker into the game also, number 11, in gray for Takeover. Jared Turner steps in, takes the charge.
Great job.
Winning plays out of Jared Turner. Christian May is going to be the primary ball handler in this lineup. Again, a huge lineup for Takeover.
They can take advantage of that and look for something around the block. Good pass.
Roberson made the right cut. Turner saw him. And now Roberson's going to shoot 2 free throws. Roberson, outstanding free throw shooting. Today, he's 4 for 5. Make that 5 for 6 for Jarrell Roberson, who has 7 for the game. Balanced scoring for Doug Martin's Takeover 16's EYBL squad.
10-point lead, and they got that mostly on just resiliency, being tough around the basket, making free throws.
Brandon, no good.
Tough shots.
Knockdown 3 for C.J. Lee. See if DBC can pick up a little momentum here.
So they can get back to their movement on offense, which is creating better shots first 3 quarters.
Nick Evans in the game. He had a big impact in that first quarter. Jared Turner forces number 1, Delonte Rayner, into a very tough shot. Credit Jared Turner, excellent defense. And it's a jump ball. Let's see where it's, I think it's gonna stay here with DBC. Rayner and Turner, spirited play. Gonna get a quick wipe down of the court. 5 minutes to go, just a little more than 5 minutes to go. Nick Evans working hard to get open. CJ Lee, there's Evans. Rejected by George Perkins. CJ Lee, smooth to the basket.
Great job of being aggressive to the basket by
CJ Lee having a
This is now to get back in the game. Kind of turn the game, get it out of control, make it look like it's out of control, and kind of force some turnovers that way.
CJ Lee has 10 for the game. Steph Walker is going to go to the line shooting 2.
District wants to make this as ugly as they can.
Nice shot for Steph Walker. Was a honorable mention All-Met as a sophomore for Coolidge High. Coach Derek Washington. Brennan pulls up in transition, no good.
I think that he thought that it was off of.
I think Walker thought that it had bounced on the line before and it hadn't gone out of bounds yet. So when he touched it, it's going to be DBC ball. I think we're going to get a timeout. 30-second timeout. 4:24 to play in the game. It's 6-point takeover lead. It's been back and forth all day. This has been a very high-level 16s game.
And you had two styles. Like I said, the district wants, at this point, is going to try to make it as ugly as they can. Just maybe without a pure point guard on the floor for Takeover. And as I say that, they bring it back.
I was just saying, now they got guards for days. Dylan Williamson back on the floor. Judah Mintz back on the floor. Justin Taylor, we know, can handle the ball, along with the two bigs. 24 George Perkins, 23 Adam Anguafo. Perkins and Anguafo have had standout days today, as has Justin Taylor, as has Williamson. A lot of high-level play, frankly, in today's Summer Series entry. Rayner jumped by the defenders. CJ Lee, who's been on fire. Another bucket for CJ Lee. CJ Lee has 7 for the quarter, really showing off ability to finish at the rim, plus he hit a 3. Williamson is getting blitzed. Gives it up to Perkins, pulls. And another 3 for George Perkins. That's his second 3 of the game for the big man, 6'9". Center from Sidwell Friend, showing that he can play outside as well as in. Taylor stays in front of Rayner. CJ Lee with the ball in his hands. He's had a lot of answers in this fourth quarter. Gives it up to Nick Evans. Evans challenges Taylor. No good. Perkins gives it up. Here comes Mintz. Taylor went to the basket. He's going to shoot 2 shots. We're at that stage of the game. So Taylor going to get a chance to get on the board for the first time this quarter. He has 14 for the game, leading all scorers. Drops in the first. And with 3 minutes and 14 seconds left in the game, I want to remind you that coming up next, Union Media Group, the live stream of Takeover Summer Series, we're going to get our first glimpse of the 15s for Takeover and Team Mello. So if you have the day pass, and if you're watching, you do, stick around. Watch the next generation next year's 16s, future
3 games.
D1 players on display in the 15s. You want to stick around and watch. Williamson giving a tough time to Rayner. Here comes Perkins, beats everyone down the floor. And it looks like he slipped, but converted even with the foul.
His feet kind of tangled up, but was able to still play through it and actually make the layup and have a chance for a 3-point play.
What I was most impressed by is Perkins beat a guard down the floor with the ball in his hands. He covered a lot of ground in a couple of steps.
Very impressed with Eric Singletary's play of George Perkins.
We saw his teammate Ryan.
Well friend.
We saw his teammate Ryan Cornish playing for DBC in the 17s game. They're going to have a good squad this upcoming winter. Perkins airballs the free throw, but he's still got 8 for the game. Under 3 minutes to go in this one. Ooh, it's get. So he definitely slipped. Ref's gonna call a foul. We gonna get.
Maybe he had a little help going down. Maybe a little arm bar. Trying to help the referee out a little bit.
Ref definitely doing a.
Sometimes you won't catch me doing too much.
Ref doing a solid job of coming over to Coach Doug Martin, communicating what happened.
I understand Doug Martin's frustration.
And that's Rayner, makes the first.
Most importantly, no injuries. Most importantly, we're having a good, clean game.
Perkins again. So impressed with the motor, the handle, the speed.
One of those rare turnovers that we usually haven't been seeing where someone just goes coast to coast. You give Perkins credit. He's been able to get to the basket the entire game.
2:30 to go in the game. There's, guess who, CJ Lee. Another three, his second of the quarter. CJ Lee has 10 points in the quarter.
This is not over. As long as you have an opportunity to make a 3-point shot, as district players do, you got to play, you got to guard the perimeter.
CJ Lee has all of DBC's field goals in this quarter. We've got a Delonte Rayner free throw that we just saw, but otherwise it's been 10 points of CJ Lee putting on a show. As a proud Montgomery County Public Schools alum, I approve. It's from Clarksburg High, from the northern part of Montgomery County.
It's good to see. It's good to see.
Good to see him showing out.
The DMV, we have great private schools, we have great public schools. Players are everywhere. The players are everywhere.
The depth of talent in the region is unmatched. You see it every week, Coach. All right, as we head in for the final 2 minutes and 27 seconds of this one.
Expect some full court pressure from the district.
Great opportunity, down 7, DBC, to be put in a high leverage situation and have to make some plays.
I think he got away with one.
Ball don't lie moment, I guess. There's Brennan for 3. He's off. There's the outlet. Here comes Anguafo. He's already shown that he can dribble, handle the ball out there with, there's Perkins running the floor. Takeover content to run half court. There's Anguafo getting his own miss. And Adam Anguafo has 7 in the quarter with 1:40 to go. The size advantage for TTO coming through. Let's see if we can get, if CJ Lee is going to take another three, NBA three. He deserves it. He's earned that one. Pump fake, pull up. Nicely done by Malachi Briscoe. Been very impressed by Briscoe. He has 8, making all the right plays. Nice mid-range game out of Briscoe.
Expected them to bring a defender up to force a pass.
Off of Williamson's leg, and DBC is going to get the ball. Minute 6 to go. DBC wants a timeout. Down 7 with the ball. Malachi Briscoe's mid-range free throw jumper there was the first player other than CJ Lee for DBC to hit a field goal. But they're hanging in. Very impressive.
Collective effort. It's been CJ Lee getting the points, but it's been everyone else rotating on defense. It's been everyone else. It's been those second chance offensive rebounds that they've been getting. And just the energy, hands in the passing lane, just kept the district into the game. It's a very important stop right here for Takeover to establish the fact that they want to close out the game.
I gotta think Lee has a green light to shoot. He's covered by Taylor, way out. There's Brennan, another great three-point shooter, just didn't go down. Full court pressure from DBC. Taylor's gonna bring the ball up, might get fouled, and he does. Taylor's gonna go to the line. He's 4 out of 5. I wanna make sure I get that right. 4 out of 5 from the free throw line for the game. He's got 16. He's made his last 4. I don't think of his, let me try the announcer jinx. Of his last 4 shots, none of them hit rim. And look at that. God, I messed that up. Sorry, Justin. That's on me. And without the announcer jinx, hits that. He's got 17 for the game. Nice shot by Mason Jones, class of 2023 from St. Andrews. They got some three-point shooters on this district basketball club team. And with shade under 30 seconds to go in the game, Takeover has a 5-point lead and the ball. So I think you'd expect a foul. Get the free throw shooters in the game for Doug Martin.
Close out the game, you're going to have to make free throws and layups.
And again, we talk about this in all of our games in this TTO Summer Series. These are being forced to be in a situation where you're making late game free throws is exactly the kind of thing that a evaluator would be paying attention to.
And another highly competitive down to the final seconds game that we've been getting every time. Every game has come down to the wire.
Such a testament to the players that they go full effort for the entire 36 minutes.
And the district has been playing with primarily, I wouldn't even say wing players.
It's 5 guards and wings. It's 5 guards.
1 or 2 wings, but you know, they've been able to compete.
Williamson's going to get a chance to go to the line and tack on 2. He's got 9 for the game, including a 3 and 2 free throws he made in the second quarter. Drops down the first. Williamson's into double digits with 10. He had 3 last week against DC Premier, so no Devin Dinkins today. Lots more playing time for Williamson, and he's making the most of it. He's got 11 points. We're probably going to see another 3. Giving up the drive to the rim.
With the foul, stop the clock.
Chance to put some points on the board. For number 5, A.J. Thomas, out of Georgetown Prep. He's going to get 2 free throws. The left-hander is an exceptional free throw shooter. He was fouled shooting a 3 in the third quarter, knocked down all 3. He's also got a 3 that he made in the first quarter. Judah Mintz was leaking out and was sensing some kind of poster dunk if May came down with that rebound, but it was slapped out of his hands. DBC's going to set up in a full court press. Quick foul is almost assured. Williamson's going to go to the line for 2 more. 16 seconds to go. Takeover up 69-63. Be sure to stick around.
Important free throws, right?
Very, very important free throw. These are, everyone's important. Oh, they're all important. But to seal a game, these are the ones you want to make. Williamson is 5 for 5 from the free throw line for the game. Stick around after this one, about 20 minutes from now, maybe 15. We're gonna have the 15s. Takeover EYBL 15s versus Team Mello. Perkins with the block. Sends it out to Mintz, and here comes showtime. Mintz with the dunk. The block by George Perkins was real impressive. Your final score, 72-63 Takeover over DBC. But Coach, what a fun game. High energy, high pace, high skill level.
I thought the district came in with a good game plan. I thought they knew they were undersized. They knew they didn't have the athleticism and some of the bodies, so to say, that Takeover had. But I thought they competed well. I thought their plan was good to kind of make the game ugly, spread the floor out, find an open man, get hot from the three-point line, and take your chances that way. But then you saw Takeover do some of the conventional things. They had their transition game got going early. They played a lot of players, and they always had strong players on the floor, and I think it kind of wore down the district team every quarter, and that was the reason. I felt like the district, again, Coach can leave here proud of the way they competed.
And we're gonna.
I would feel good if I'm the district, and I should feel good if I'm Doug Martin with Takeover, because you took advantage of what you should have taken advantage of.
And we're gonna take a quick break. We're coming back in about 15 minutes for 15s. Takeover versus Team Mello. You're watching Union Media Group's live stream of the Takeover Summer Series. Take care.